YouTube, morning YouTube, episode 4, Bates Motel. Now, I'm reviewing this for the franchise on the home media market, the Blu-ray. Episode 4, right. Yeah, it starts where episode 3 leaves off. I was saying for episode 3, the way it has a blatant cliffhanger. And it will probably start episode, it would, my anticipation would be that episode 4 would start directly where episode 3 would leave the viewer. Now, it certainly did. It was exactly like the good old days of 20-minute TV serials, daily serials, where the following day, to grab the audience, that each one would leave with a direct cliffhanger, and you would tune in for the next day's 20-minute episode, and it would take you directly from where it would leave you. And it did explicitly, it was explicitly similar because it added elements to the preview of the previous episode, which you didn't see in said previous episodes. If you know what I mean, I hope you know what I mean there, but I haven't me to, I'll try and explain it further. Right? Where it opened episode 4 with the continuation of the end of episode 3, it opened exactly where episode 3 ended. But what it did is it previewed episode 3, and it threw in a few extra different points of views, if you like, and adding different elements to the ending, i.e. characters and story structure with said point of views and characters. It was that which reminded me, harked back to the days of the old black and white TV serials, the 20-minute dailies, because they did exactly that. So what the intention would be to throw and surprise the viewer with the unexpected. And this is what this did, and it achieved it, and I was on the edge of my seat, and I was like, yeah, interesting. As I'm not really into TV, I haven't really viewed episodic TV for several years. I hope my opinion isn't invalid here, but I thought it was great. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the element of surprise, the unexpected. It was just like being a child again, watching it. Just like being a child again. It took me where I didn't expect it would go, and in a good way. I enjoyed it. It went for the jugular. I was saying for episode 3 that I hope it doesn't peak too soon, and that I hope it doesn't. I hope it doesn't just like, yeah, you know, have its cake and eat it. I hope it doesn't peak too soon, because they really went for the jugular with this episode. They threw everything at it. As the episode progressed, it reminded me it was quite soapy in regards to condensed story, condensed script. When I was a child, I used to watch soap operas like Neighbours and Home and Away, and they used to have quite condensed stories within 20-25 minutes, when they could be stretched out if one could be particular about it. You could get a more thorough story out of it. But the beginning, the first half was great. It used that continuation quite intelligently, if you will. It introduced episode 4 quite well. As the story progressed, as the episode progressed, it just threw in loads of different elements, and I'm thinking, did I like it? Did I not? No. When I woke this morning, I thought no. For the episode in general, thumbs down, because even though I enjoyed the beginning, the unexpected, the introduction of the of the extra point of views to take it where the viewer didn't anticipate from episode 3. Overall, as an episode, I was thinking as I was watching it, they threw in about 5 years worth of script into one episode and really squeezed it. And as I say, I hope they're not going for as it's been going so far for the jugular, like episode 1, it just kicked in straight away. And like I said, for episode 1, I think it kicked in far too soon. I think they rushed straight into it far too soon. That could, well, they could have had more backstory, more character development to where they were before they came to the house and the motel. I hope overall this particular season 1, I hope it doesn't burn out too soon. To be honest with you, don't know where it's going to go from here, because they've just condensed about 5 years worth of soap, which I would have been used to as a child, as I say, which would last even like 3 months. They've just thrown what I would be used to as a child into one episode, and even less than an episode in the latter half of the 4th episode. So I'm in 2 minds about episode 4. It began well, the continuation of episode 3, and then the latter half of episode 4, it was surprising, and it was quite shocking, and at the time I was quite disappointed with that, with the elements of them thrown in so much. At the time I was watching it, cool, it's only in retrospect I'm thinking, and I've got to try and be retrospective, I've got to try and be objective here, because I'm reviewing it as such, whether or not I'm going to recommend this or not at the end of the day. So far it's been a thumbs up each episode. Episode 4, I'm going to be kind, and I'm going to give it a neither thumbs up or I'm on the fence of episode 4. I'm so torn. I watched it last night, so I have slept on it. I'm so torn with episode 4. I don't want to be cruel, but I can't be kind. I can't, because the last half was just rushed. To me, it was just rushed. I'm only watching this episode by episode as I review it. I'm trying to be as objective and unopinionated as possible here. I'm sat here now thinking, God knows how the rest of it. I mean, we're not even halfway through the first season, and I'm already having doubts. I'm already having doubts about how it's going to go, and as to its longevity. I don't know how the producer of Bates Motel, I don't know what was on their mind when they introduced Bates Motel to the viewing public. I was thinking that the sets, even if they were internal soundstage constructs, they must have been expensive to build. The house interior, I mean, they must have had to have looked back at the movie, and it's all woodwork and stuff, and none of the banisters rattle the house doesn't shake as the actors are walking around it. As I say, even if it's like all sets and the actors working in, it must have cost a fortune to build that structure. I mean, is there really that much money in TV advertising? That episodic TV these days can make money out of one season? On the fence with episode 4. Curious to see where episode 5 will take me. Over and out.